And welcome to the Hiredgun podcast with your host, the Hiredgun. First, like, subscribe, share. How you doing, y'all? So, I wasn't going to do a podcast today, but I am. Because I got stuff to talk about. So, last night, I watched WWE, a main event. I watched some of AEW, some, but I watched TNA over AEW because I don't really watch television when it's on Saturday, so I'm not gonna watch it when like honestly, I think I watched like 10 minutes of television last night. I watched the Champa versus what's his name? I watched the Champa versus fuck. I watched the Champa versus it'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. But it didn't matter which one I mean, both shows were taped. Both shows were taped, so it really didn't matter because what TNA does when they have a live event, wherever they at live, they do like 2 to 3 shows uh, that weekend to promote and put it on TV. So if they depending on where they at, they say they in Houston, right? Or pay per view. Or if they have a live event somewhere, right, like Houston or Atlanta, they'd be in Houston, Atlanta, for the weekend, and then the show would be there for a couple more days. But um, TNA show was pretty good. I liked it. I liked it. Uh, uh, what I didn't like, they had all the heavy hitters in one match. Ali, Troy Miguel, Moose, Eddie Edwards, Mike Santana, all of them. What's his name? Uh, the X Division champion. Like he was in, all the heavy hitters were in one match against each other, right? And like in a tag match, but Eddie Edwards got the pin, and he's the number 1 contender against Mike Santana. Now, listen, I know TNA is a smaller platform, right? And but Eddie Edwards has pinned Mike Santana twice. Now, both of these have been in tag matches, but he's got the pin. The last 2 weeks, he's got the pin on Mike Santana, right? And the pay per view is next week, next Friday, right? Right. So Mike Santana's winning. Mike Santana's winning. So I say this to say that, like Mike Santana's pinning, like pinning. Mike Santana. I mean, Eddie Edwards is pinning Mike Santana, pinning him, and I'm telling you that Mike Santana's for the win. Okay. All right. And this ain't a knock on Eddie Edwards. I like Eddie Edwards. He's from Boston. I like that he names his wrestling move. Uh, uh, he names his wrestling moves uh, off of Boston name, Boston names and everything. Alright, but like he's losing, and you know what? He's losing weight and everything. Uh, he, he's losing weight and everything. Like you can tell, like him and Moose are really best friends in real life because like Moose was probably the one getting him in the gym to lose that weight that he put on. Because Moose, like you can tell Moose works out all the time. Not even like body wise, because like a rocket scientist can tell you that he works out his body wise. Nah, he posts his transformations all the time, all the time. Right? You can just look at him and know that he keeps in shape. So he like Eddie Edwards has lost some weight. He still needs to do some more, and that's something for me. All right, but like Eddie Edwards is not winning that belt. Like he's not. All right, and I say that to say this here. All right, if over, so this all goes back to Over and Brock Lesnar. All right, if over, um, keeps dominating Brock Lesnar the next 2 weeks, Brock Lesnar is winning. All right, and when I say that, it don't have to be clean. Like it don't. It but let me also say this though. If these allegations that keep coming up about that chick that made him go away for 2 years in the first place, and that chick who's in court with Vince McMahon right now, is these allegations keep coming up around this time because they was coming up real loud yesterday. I mean, real loud yesterday. Right? That he was asking for pictures. She was sending pictures, and she was asking for stuff too. They were supposed to hook up. All that stuff was coming out yesterday. Now, some of this stuff we already knew. The pictures, like the sending pictures and asking for certain body parts and stuff, that didn't come out. But they came out last night. That came out last night. You know, um, and you know, if that shit keeps coming out, then Brock's gonna lose regardless. And then Brock's gonna go away for a little while. Not no 2 years hiatus like he did last time. And they just want to hit stuff to die down. But if these, as the case keep happening, then yes, Brock will still lose regardless of what Oprah's doing and stuff. But Brock's gonna be there the next 2 weeks. All right. Oh, shoot. He's gonna be there the next 2 weeks, and then we just gonna have to see what happens. But again, if Brock keeps getting dominated and getting uh, fucked up and fed to the wolves, that's what I want to say. Fed to the wolves, right? Well, yeah, Brock's winning at Mania then. And we can get mad all we want to, and again, I'm gonna say this again. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean that Rock Rock has to win clean. Like Brock can win because of a DQ. Brock Over can win because of a DQ. Now I wouldn't want Over to win because of a DQ. I wouldn't. I would want Over just to win. Right? Right? But Brock can win because of a DQ. Brock can win because of a count out. Brock can win because he got the ropes. Right now, all these things will still make certain people mad. Right? And let me be very, very clear. I want Over to win. Right? And then some people, I've heard this from a lot of people. Oh, enough people that some people feel like Over should just swash Brock Lesnar. Alright? And then I say that's not gonna happen. Alright? And then the counter to that, oh, but they let I said he, but they let, and I'm gonna tell you why I said he. They let Goldberg do it. No, no. The reason I said he, right, is because Brock let that happen. Because Brock and Goldberg are tight. the boys. All right, now, in the beginning, when it was Rock versus Goldberg, like in 2002, neither one of these niggas wanted the other one to get pinned. Right, and both of them, once they decided that this wasn't gonna work out for neither one of them, both of them quit. And this is why we got the whole, uh, you know, the Goldberg thing. They didn't care about that much, like him quitting. The Brock Lesnar thing, they cared about. So what ended up happening is Brock couldn't wrestle no one in the states. This is why he became the New Japan champion over there. Alright, and he wrestled over there because he couldn't wrestle nowhere else. He couldn't go to TNA. He couldn't go to ROH. He couldn't go anywhere else. WCW. He couldn't go anywhere else. Alright, right. I mean, well, not WCW because by then WCW was owned by WWE. But nah, he couldn't go. He can't wrestle nowhere in the states. Alright, so that's why he became New Japan champion when he did. Because in fact, the only way he could wrestle is overseas somewhere. Alright, so like even back then, Brock wasn't letting people just pin him. Now, fast forward when both Goldberg and Brock Lesnar are in the business to make money. Nothing else. Nothing else. If they put a bet on them, okay, cool. But around this time, they in there. They in this business to make money, right? To make money, right? And then Brock and Brock and Goldberg are tight then. Now and then, so Brock don't care if he gets squashed by him. Now, let's fast forward to Brock versus Oba. Now, I'm not saying now Brock has went on record recently. I mean, real recently, and said that he doesn't really care about wins or losses. He doesn't care about the titles and stuff no more. Alright, and he's only here for a short time. Alright, so maybe he don't care about getting squashed. I don't see it. I gotta see it to believe it. Alright, so maybe a squash does happen. Alright, because again, this match ain't going longer than 8 minutes. In 8 minutes, I'm being real nice. I'm being very nice when I say 8 minutes. Because this shit probably going 5. Maybe 3. Right? So, we'll see. And it ain't because of Oba. It's not because of Oba. Promise you it's not because of Oba. Alright? Promise you that. It's because of Brock. Brock ain't wrestled. I ain't wrestling. Not training. Alright, he's just showing the fuck up. Alright, he's just showing the fuck up and doing him. Alright, and damn if you do, damn if you don't. So, let me get into something else right quick. So, around this time, we get the right way. I'm at it. That around this time, we're promoting the WrestleMania, right? Right, that's happening right now. Right, 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, they're promoting it the right way. Hey, now, some would say because it's their biggest show. True. But all the pay-per-views should be promoted 3 weeks in. 2 weeks, 2 weeks to go. Like they all should be promoted this way because I'm gonna tell you that the chamber didn't get promoted like this. WrestleMania, yeah, but the chamber didn't get promoted like this here. Alright, but so you see Trick out there. promoting, don't got a belt, but he got that promoting. All right, all right, and you can see the potential of him being champ, United States champ, world champ, WWE champion. Like you see it, regardless if you want to hate on that man, right? You see it, you see it, right? Right? And you don't gotta worry about no hiccups, no, and you don't gotta worry about the bad stuff getting out there, or you know, just just like, and he's being raw and real about stuff. All right, you see him out there. You see Over talking. You see Cody out there. Uh, you see Bianca. No, not Bianca. Usually it'll be Bianca or Naomi. So I'm naming these people, right? And then you got Jade out there, right? Now listen, we all love Jade, okay? In more ways than one, we all love Jade, okay? Because she has the it factor, she has the look. But when she opened her mouth, and I'm not talking about a promo. Let me be very clear about that. I'm not talking about a promo because a promo's a promo, whatever, whatever. But because if you got to look and you promo like shit, right? They still gave you belt. Jade, Jade, like Jade has the look. She, and I'm gonna take it one step more. They rather had Jade out there because of her look than Rhea Ripley out there because of her look. Now, both these women are in the main event. Now, well, not the main event, but going for the main women's title. Right now, both of them uh, have their fans. Right, one more than another. Right, right. But if Rhea goes out there and wins the belt, you don't gotta worry about her fucking up, talking to people, or just not getting the business, just not getting it, right? Or just and some people, sauce likes Bobby, all right. Uh, one of my homeboys. Some people like the fact how Jade talk, right? And if they love it, if they like it, I love it. But like when we on Channel 10, Good Morning America, ESPN, right? NFL Network, right? Um, um, Joe Button podcast, right? Uh, the Breakfast Club podcast, right? Right. When we on all these networks, right, and they hear her talk, right, and this has nothing to do with how she sounds, right, right, and she bitches and moans, and this is not in character either. This is not kayfabe. This is how she feels. Like like you gotta just take the mic from her because you can send. Like this is why you send Jay. Jay. This is why you send Bianca. This is why you send Naomi. This is why you're send. Like you know what? You know what? If you can send Jada Parker out there, and she'll do better. All right, because she knows when to clean the shit up. All right, now I'm not saying you got to be a coon because that's not. But you got to be corporate. All right, and it's not the same thing, Bobby. It's not the same thing. Like it's not. Like it's not. Like you need to learn how to, or know how to talk to people, and not just seem mad about shit. Because because like I was telling Bobby, like, you can put other people out there, right? Like Jacob Fatu, he can promote the business regardless of how many kids he got, or he's been to jail and everything. He knows the business. He gets the business. Like, he gets what he has to do. You know. And then Jay just said it. She said it today. All right, she said it today, or whenever she said this on that podcast, that her NXT was AEW. Okay, she didn't get no she didn't get no indies, and she didn't get no NXT. So already, So if her NXT was AEW, already we in the wrong situation. All right, we're already we in the wrong because of the fact that AEW he lets you curse like a sailor. Right? They let you promo or let you do promos and air out everybody dirty laundry, right? Right? Because they can, right? Right? And then again, this is not about a promo. This is not about. I'm just saying. She said her NXT was AEW, so her training was with a network that don't give a fuck what she says. Just say it. Because we're promoting your look more than anything else. And the E is a bigger platform, regardless of the sickos and AEW fans, stands. Alright? Right? WWE is a bigger platform. Alright? They're everywhere. For a reason. So we just can't just go out there with our feelings on our sleeve and be talking about shit. You know, like you have to get the business. Like you have to get that you're promoting a bigger company than AEW and TNA. You know, but she's out there. Uh, I don't see her. Well, I don't know. You know, before she got her group of goons with her, I I would tell you that Rio's gonna win. Right? I can't tell you that right now. So what's the point of giving her backup if she's gonna lose anyway in 2 weeks? Alright, so I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens tonight. Maybe Rhea gets some backup tonight. We'll see. But I don't know. But what else did I see last night that made me want to talk about? Come on here today. You know, they were talking. Oh well. Oh, it, oh I, what I got? All right. So they were talking about Jericho. So from what I'm hearing, now I said this last week. Not last week. I said this yesterday. All right, about Jericho and the whole situation about his contract and stuff. All right. So sounds like he signed a new contract. Right. Sounds like he got more money from AEW and more say so and what he does and everything. And all Jericho did was go to WWE and then he leveraged what he can get from Tony Khan from AEW. Right? Because the only thing that WWE wanted to do is give him a retirement tour. Okay. Now, with this retirement tour, he probably gets podcast with the E. Alright, he probably get that cruise shit he do. With the E. Alright, like that stuff probably would have came with it. But Jericho already said he wants to do 2 to 3 or 4 more years. And they're not going to do that with him. They're not. So, he got the lyrics he wanted from from the E. And then Tony Khan uh, uh, buckled and gave him more money and gave him more power to do stuff and leeway to do stuff. And, so it's a win-win for AEW when it comes to that. So Tony Khan don't get his first. Tony Khan don't get his first AEW World Champion, but going back to WWE, all right, and Jericho gets more money. It's win-win. It's win-win because the E just wanted somebody that they can have. They just wanted Jericho back just to get that first pop, and then send him on his way. Right? That's how the E went. The E wasn't going to do the same thing they did with Jericho. I mean, with AJ or yeah, I mean, to an extent, yes. He would have got the he would have got his flowers, yeah, but it wouldn't have been like Cena. It wouldn't have been like AJ. Nah. But it worked out. It worked out for AEW and Jericho. You know, like let him be home. You know, um, there was something else I wanted to talk about before I go. Besides the Jericho thing, there was something else. What was it? What did I see? Oh, Hurt Syndicate. You know, Hurt, the Hurt business. So they're back. Bobby's been cleared for a minute, but they're saying he's cleared, and they're back, and they're looking for a new member. Honestly, I would put Swerve with them. I would. I put Swerve with them. Alright, but I don't see Swerve as the guy. Man, I don't know. I put Swerve with them. I put Swerve because Swerve's a heel. The Hurt Syndicate is a heel-ish kind of people. I put Swerve with them. Like Swerve might have to calm down on certain things, but then it and the only reason I back off that I did because Bobby and Swerve would clash because of the fact that both of them are main eventers. But we'll see. We'll see. Like they're coming back. So, but again, I would put Swerve. I put Swerve with the Hurt Syndicate. That'd be my thing right there. I put Swerve with them. He needs people. They need another member to get a workout better. Like my opinion. But then but I'm not really a big MVP fan like that. But it is what it is. But I do like the Hurt business, and I also think that it ended too fast in WWE. You know, but I'm gonna end the show with that. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share. Make sure y'all watch wrestling. Make sure y'all watch E-Feds, New Breed. Make sure watch out for people, dog. This is the Hiredgun. God bless. Love y'all. I'm out.